What's up, guys? I decided to do a weekend vlog. I'd started doing a week vlog, but I haven't updated like at all. So anyway, it's Friday. Okay, so it is Friday. It is 9:45 in the morning. I just did my workout, drinking my protein morning shake. I've been doing yoga for a very long time. If you don't like listening to health and fitness talk, which is like another passion of mine, I'll put a number you can skip ahead to down below here so that you can skip ahead to just the book talk. I've been doing yoga for a while. My son's gonna be a year and I'm not the level of fitness that I like to be, so I'm trying to get back there. So I've been focusing on doing some high intensity interval training, which is my favorite thing to do, as well as some strength training. Hi, baby.
Hi.
And get myself back to where I like to be. And nice full fat protein shake with soy vanilla milk, which isn't my number one, but it's what we have right now. Some almond butter, some hemp hearts, a banana. All right, that's it. That's it. What am I reading? It's very early for veggie straws, but okay. I finished The Priory of the Orange Tree yesterday. So it took me a week to read, which was way faster than I thought. Give it a 4-star. I'll go way more into depth when I get to my wrap up at the end of March. But I'll say now, 4 stars, very strong 4 stars. My biggest complaint, honestly, is that it wasn't long enough, which seems silly. But I wish that Samantha Shannon had decided to make it like a series, a duology, whatever. Because there was so much story in those 800 pages that happened without depth that I didn't have an emotional reaction to anything that happened. Deaths, love, the climax of the story. It was all good, but if I don't react emotionally, if I'm not invested like that, it can't be a 5-star for me. So that was my main problem. And sometimes things seemed a little too convenient, like the plot points all led to what I expected. You know what I mean? It wasn't super duper original, but it was really good, and I do think it's worth reading. I wanted it to be a favorite of the year. It isn't, but it is really, really, really good. So I finished that, and then what I started after that was Orange manga. This is so good. I had no idea going into it what it was about, honestly, except a group of friends. I'm really almost done, you can see, and I might read number 2, even though that wasn't on my TBR. We'll get to that about my TBR this month. It's about a group of friends, and the main girl gets a letter from herself 10 years in the future that is telling her about the things that she wants her past self to change. And it all basically is about the death of one of their new friends and how to try and help prevent that death. So trigger warnings, there is talk about suicide, there is a lot of talk about suicide, and the one thing that I can't really get behind in this is the idea and the guilt that other people can change outcomes for someone who's that depressed. It's more about the guilt that the main character feels about knowing the fate of her friend and trying her hardest to change that. And she cries a lot about the things she has no control over, and she feels very responsible for his death. And yes, you can do your best to try and help somebody out of a hard time and out of the darkness and out of slumps, but ultimately it's not your responsibility to save somebody. So the whole plot of this is kind of hard to stomach, but in the same sense, I'm really loving it. I love the friend group. It's gonna be a solid 4.5, maybe even a 5-star. We'll see how it ends, and I will probably pick up the second one this month if I have the time to. That said, when this is done, my intention is to just go right into Berserk, because I should be able to do this in like an hour or less, and then that way I can knock another thing off my TBR. What I'm also reading, I've got a lot going on, I'm sorry, is Mystic River by Dennis Lehane. I'm about 1/3 of the way through. I'm reading an ebook copy, so this is incorrect. I'm really enjoying it. He writes a lot like Stephen King, in my opinion, in that, like, he really nails down the mundaneness of humans. There's a scene, for example, where a woman is reaching under the sink, the cabinets under her sink, and it talks for a brief moment about her fear of it and how she always has this weird fear that a rat is lurking under there and it's gonna bite her the minute she goes in. And it's like one of those things that even I, as someone who tries to write, can't think of little things like that that make a human human and individual and unique. And he and both he and Stephen King have a really good grasp on human characteristics that I don't see often in writing. In any case, yes, it's about a trio of boys that are friends when they're children. One of them gets abducted and then escapes 4 days later, but you don't really know what happens. At least I don't know so far. And from that instance, the trio kind of breaks up. And then we fast forward like probably 2 decades, I'd say, maybe even a little bit more, into their adulthood. And they're no longer friends, but one of them has children, and the eldest one is murdered. One of the other boys, now an adult, obviously, is a detective, and he's on the case. So that's kind of where I'm at right now, is they've started the investigation into the murder. Loving it. It is a little slower paced because of the whole writes like Stephen King thing, where like you can get through really fast scenes with conversation, but then the actual descriptors and things kind of slow down. But it doesn't read like I'm like not slogging through it. It's just I'm reading it slowly. So I'm about a third of the way through that. Also, I'm listening to Circe by Madeline Miller on audiobook because your girl does a lot of chores and some driving, and so, you know, having an audiobook is great. I've been doing this thing where I've been trying to listen to audiobooks of favorite books, so rereads. Like I just did The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid, so now I'm reading Circe again. I'm probably a third of the way through that too. Just as good. The narrator is fantastic. I love listening to British narrators. Thumbs up on that. Lastly, and very excitingly, I got an arc of Red, White, and Royal Blue, which is a queer story about 2 boys. One is the president's son, and the other is a prince in England. And the prince is gay, and the son of the president is bisexual, and they have like they love each other. Basically, they fall in love. It is hilarious. It is quippy. The characters are so easy to fall in love with. I'm sure if you watch Chelsea or Madeline or Melanie, I will link all of them down below. Who else is talking about it? I assume Jane is, but I haven't, like, just anybody who's had an arc of it and read it is absolutely in love with it right now. And, oh, Destiny from Howling Libraries. Like, everybody loves this story, and I am no different. I am buddy reading it with Brianna from Coffee Books and Bullet Journals. I haven't done a buddy read in a while, so it's fun to check in and see where we're at with that. So I'm reading about 20% a day. So today I'm at 42%, and I need to get to 60, so that's what I'm going for, and I should be finished by the end of the weekend. And lastly, I'm at 9 minutes. This is a long little descriptor. What I'm thinking about doing is starting The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch for the Sassy Book Club Pick of the Month. They do their live show on, I believe, the 29th. Mostly I'm reading it because I wasn't going to until I heard what they were reading, and I believe Cody from Cody's Book Corner loves this book and just finished the sequel to it. But it's been on my TBR for a while, and I found this copy used for pretty inexpensive, so I just got it. It wasn't on my TBR. I'm adding another high fantasy, but my goal is to read like 50 pages a day. That way I just get it done before the live show. I'm gonna read Berserk, finish Orange today, get this started, and then I don't know what I want to read physically next. I'm either gonna go with another manga and pick like Akira. I'm looking at my book stack right now, or I might start Stephen King's Finders Keepers. I guess we'll find out. So stay tuned for that. My baby's crying. I got some laundry to do. I will check it later. I just wanted to do a quick update. My kids are watching the monster at the end of this book on YouTube. Yes, someone's reading a book to them on YouTube. I finished Orange. I gave it 5 stars. The qualms I spoke about earlier, I still have, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I can't wait to read the second bind up. I just throw it on my TBR for the month. Why not, right? At this point, my pile is ever growing. 5 stars. And then I did get through Berserk Volume 2 while my baby was sleeping on me, because it is very short and it's a lot of action more than it is actual dialogue. It takes a certain kind of person, like, that's not the right way to say it. This is an action manga, and it's not my favorite, but I appreciate it for what it is. It does make me want to play Dark Souls, which I believe is the catalyst for the game, or something. I gave it 4 stars. It's pretty good for what it is, but if you go off my manga recommendations, it's not what I typically read, so try it with caution. Don't think because I'm giving it a 4 stars, it means that I suggest that you would like it. If you also like Death Note and stuff, it's not the same. I've also finished my pages, some at 60% in red, white, and royal blue, and I'm really enjoying it, but I don't want to say too much until I finished it. So we'll leave it there, and I'll check in with you, if not later today, because I might play God of War tonight instead of reading. I deserve a break. Tomorrow then. Bye. Okay, go. Okay, let me do my update.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, go. So I haven't really done any actual updates today, which is Saturday. But I finished Red, White, and Royal Blue. Gave it 5 stars. I put an entire review up on Goodreads, so I won't get too much into it because you can go ahead and read that if you would like. And I'll obviously do more in the wrap-up later in the month. 5 stars. Super cute. Super political, really liked what it stood for, really wish that that was what we were dealing with right now, as opposed to the current political climate of the United States as it is. 2020 hopefully is a change. The book gave me hope. Very cute. Comes out next month, I believe. I'll put the date down below because I can't recall right now. But check it out when it comes out. And other updates is that I am about 36, maybe I'm further than that. Hold on, I read it this morning. 48 pages into The Lies of Locke Lamora, which is not that far. It is a slow. Like, everyone's talking about how big the Priory of the Orange Tree is. But let me tell you, it's deceiving because the font is relatively big. It reads pretty fast. Then you look at a book like this that looks like an average fantasy book, but the text is very tiny and it doesn't flow as fast. And this is taking me much longer to move through than the Priory did. So physical size isn't everything, but I like this so far, and it is definitely high fantasy. So it'll be interesting to see what people think of it in the live show at the end of the month. I think that's it. I haven't really read much of Mystic River today at all, but I am at 43%, I believe, as of last night. I really like it. I'm craving reading it. But tonight, again, my husband's home early, which he's been working a lot of late shifts, which means that I don't do a lot of gaming at night. So I've been reading so much and getting a lot of reading done. But I'm going to play God of War tonight and drink some kombucha and just have a good chill night. And I have lunch with my best friend tomorrow. So it won't be a huge reading day, but we haven't seen each other since like New Year's, basically, I think. So it'll be nice to get out. I'll maybe get some footage. We're going to a nice little vegetarian vegan place nearby that I've never been to before, so that'll be fun. This will probably be my last update for the night. So if I do any reading, it's likely going to be Mystic River because I'm reading an ebook of it, so it'll be easy to pick up. That's it. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye. What up, guys? It's Monday. I didn't really do any updates yesterday because I didn't read a whole lot. I went to lunch with my best friend, which was delicious. I have some footage of what I ate there. I also got a milkshake, which is so rare because it's hard to find a vegan milkshake, and making them at home just isn't the same. So that was delicious. I didn't get any footage of that. But anyway, here's my reading update. First and foremost, the Fantasy-a-thon was announced today by Maddie the Book Pusher, Julie, Pages and Panels, and Allie at Allie Corvair. So I'm really excited for that. Keep an eye out for my TBR. It runs April 5th through the 15th. So it's 10 days to read a bunch of fantasy, but I think that I already have my TBR planned, and those will be my picks for the month of April. And I'll still have like my family do the regular TBR picks off the cart. That said, let me finally get into the wrap up. I'm about 70 pages into The Lies of Locke Lamora. I only have the dust jacket right here, but 70 pages in, it's a slow pickup. I am not really invested in anything yet. We'll see. I'm giving it to I don't want to DNF it. I want to give it like a solid go. I don't really have any feelings on it yet because I don't really know what's going on besides thievery and boats. In other news, I'm also reading Mystic River, as you guys know. I'm about 51% through, so this bookmark is like not accurate, but let's just say we're like somewhere around here because I'm reading the ebook version of it. I really like it. I'm loving it. Love the writing, love the mystery, really feeling it. So the wrap up then is that this weekend I read Red, White, and Royal Blue and 5-starred it. That was great. Again, I read that with Brianna from Coffee Books and Bullet Journals. So that's that. I also got approved for another arc of a book that I'm anticipating, but it's not out till August, so I'll talk about it at some other point soon. I'm also listening to the audiobook of Circe still, and tomorrow is this guy's first birthday, so I don't know if I'll do a whole lot of reading tomorrow. But I'd like to get some reading done today. My husband is closing today, so that gives me some time during nap and after. I won't be playing video games, which is what I've been spending my nights doing if my husband's home. I'm really into God of War right now. I'm really into gods at this point, you know, re-listening to Circe playing God of War. Makes me want to reread Norse mythology. I don't know. In any case, my TBR from March is like not out the window, but I don't know if I'm going to get to everything, and I'm not pushing myself to. I hope to get through the 2 Stephen King books and probably Nevernight before the end of the month, as well as finish Mystic River and the mangas. But other than that, I'm not pushing myself to read the Dennis Johnson book that was chosen, or probably The Uses of Enchantment. We'll see. We'll see. Alright guys, I hope you have a great week. Happy Monday. I haven't done a vlog in a while, since probably the Contemporary-thon, I think, so I'm proud of myself for doing a full weekend vlog. I'd like if you like this video, subscribe if you're new here and would like to see more content from me. I hope you're having a great day. Link up on all my social media down below. Have a good week, guys. Bye.